If I had to pick just one, it would be chest up, shoulders back. Welcome to Revival Fitness, everybody, your home for gains and brains. Now, before we start today, I was just thinking about this. I'm gonna do the intro really quickly, as if I was one of these like cheesy, corny, upbeat, fake positive YouTubers. So here we go. Chest up, shoulders back. Welcome to, then you gotta do this, Revival Fitness, everybody. Can you imagine if I did that? But what we're gonna talk about today are the pros and cons of training in a home gym versus a public or oftentimes commercial gym. And one of the first things that got me known on this platform, guys, were my videos about home gyms, because I, like many of you, was scrambling to get something going when everything locked down initially in 2020. And I went from this tiny little gym in my old apartment, nothing more than the dip bars, some resistance bands, and I managed to get a kettlebell. That's all I had, and a pull-up bar. I went from that to this, what you see here today. This home gym now has thousands of dollars put into it. I have multiple bars, 600 pounds of plates, dip bars, a bench, full squat rack, adjustable dumbbell handles, and there is a new bar on the way. You guys are gonna see what that is shortly. But we've come a long way in terms of the home gym. And I've had a number of people comment since that point, why do you still train in a public gym? Why do you still pay for a public gym? Because most of the training footage you guys have seen recently is from a public gym. So I figured I'd answer that in this video and kind of give you perspectives on both sides of what is good and bad about each. So since we're here, we'll start in the home gym. The only major issues on paper with the home gym are money and space. And as you guys can see here, basically everything in this frame is my home gym. Like my stove and countertop are literally a foot to my left, right? So there's not much space in here. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because a home gym, especially if you're a bachelor or you live alone, whatever, you're not going to be needing a lot of space. But that can become an issue in terms of equipment, especially the more advanced you get. Because it's very easy, guys, Will you shut the up? Because it's very easy, guys, for the general home gym user who's a novice or who doesn't really train that hard or that often to just do, right, the bench, squat, and deadlift, the overhead press, and pull-ups, and that's it. If you do low volume, moderate intensity, you're not that strong yet, you can just do those for the rest of your life and probably not have a whole lot of issues. However, the more experienced you get, also if you're prone to arthritis, inflammation, overuse, old injuries, things like that, you might need to get more things in your home gym than simply a straight bar and some plates. And in a space that I'm in, and like a lot of gyms too, most people simply don't have access to really any type of machinery. And I'm not saying machines are the greatest thing ever, guys. I tell you all the time not to play hopscotch on the machines, but they can be very beneficial for more direct volume work and to kind of ease the stress on the whole body. And on top of that, even if you do have the space, say you have a garage to put your home gym in, machines are very expensive. I mean, guys, the squat rack behind me, that's the Rogue SML2. I have a full video breakdown on that if you'd like to watch it. The entire thing, including the shipping, was about $500. You gotta understand, guys, one single machine in a commercial gym is thousands of dollars for the most part. And what's most of the floor space in a commercial gym? It's machines. So again, if you're in a bare bones situation like this, machines are really the last thing you should be spending money on. But that said, they are still beneficial for a lot of people. And another lesser issue with space, but this can still be a problem, is just maneuvering your equipment. So you guys can see in the back, I have a Swiss bar and then a trap bar behind it. If I want to get out the trap bar, guys, I have to basically get the Swiss bar, move it out, put it on the rack, take out the trap bar, put the Swiss bar back, maybe move the main barbell. You see what I mean? There's a lot of maneuvering and puzzle piecing you have to do if you're in a very small space like this. And that's not the end of the world, but that can become very annoying, especially if you live in a cheap place, right? I mean, you could be putting holes in the walls, dropping it, scraping things up. You know what I mean? I like to put bubble wrap on the tops of my bars if they're making contact with the wall. That, or get some sort of like foam puzzle pieces to put against the wall for added protection. but that can become an issue as well, if nothing more than just a minor annoyance. So those are the cons of the home gym. Otherwise, the home gym is excellent for obvious reasons, right? Don't have to wait, no fees, you buy it once, it's yours. You don't need to have a mask or show papers or any of this other stuff to get in, because it's your stuff, right? So on paper, there's really no other downsides to a home gym. Now with that said, I do think there are a few things that get overlooked when training in a home gym that I have experienced myself. So now we're gonna go into the pros of the commercial gym. And the first one being, let's get this out of the way, because I know a lot of young guys watch this channel. You can't talk to women in your home gym. There are no chicks here. And don't play with me. I know a lot of guys, oh, I would never do that. The gym is for working out, not meeting people. Okay, dude. Okay. You've been staring at that girl for 15 minutes. Oh, I would never talk to women in the gym. Okay, sure, bro, sure. You could even network there. You know, meet somebody who's a trainer, meet somebody else who's a good workout partner. So in that aspect, the commercial gym has some value in the sense that you can network and meet people and do things there. Now, the obvious negative to that is waiting for the 98% of the gym who are complete idiots. We call them here the commercial gym schmucks. Curling in the squat rack, they have 15 dumbbells cluttered on the floor. So if you're in a congested area, you're probably always going to be waiting for things in a commercial gym. At least one of your exercises or two of your exercises per workout, you're probably gonna have to wait for stuff. And that does get very annoying. It can throw off the entire flow of the workout. Here's another thing though I've noticed too. When I train at home, I get distracted much more easily because my computer, my workspace, my laptop, it's all right in the adjacent room. I can literally just open the door and I've got my entire computer set up. Also, my phone is on me, right? Internet reliability. And this isn't to say that you're not going to be able to have access to the internet in a commercial gym, but where I live, I don't even get reception in my gym. I could use the public Wi-Fi there, but you guys know public Wi-Fi is very sketchy. You probably shouldn't even use it for privacy concerns, but I at least find for myself that I get far less distracted in the public commercial gym than I do at my house, simply because you're in a different environment. I can say this without a doubt. The most distracted I've ever been in a public gym pales in comparison to how distracted I've been at my home gym. The most I've ever probably rested between a set in a public gym, maybe 6 to 7 minutes, you know, if you start browsing on something, but that's it. Here I have my entire workspace set up. And also miscellaneous home things, especially if you have a family. Oh, the pet starts acting up, the kid starts crying, the neighbor knocks on the door. I mean, whatever's going on in the house, right? You overcook the chicken in the oven, all this stuff. That stuff is far more easily distractible, if that's a word, in my opinion, than being in a separate environment of the public gym. And then, of course, probably the biggest pro of the public gym is just access to all of the equipment. Now, if you pay for a gym, guys, that does not have a few specialty bars, some bumper plates, deadlift platforms, a turf area, things like that, if you're paying anything more than like 30 bucks a month and you don't have access to any of these things, I would highly recommend you find a new gym. In my area, guys, there are a ton of LA Fitness type gyms that are like bare bones. They've got octagon plates, barbells, dumbbells, some machines, and that's it. Like, they have nothing else. There's no access to a deadlift area. There's no bumper plates to deadlift. You have to shake around the goddamn stop sign plates just to pull a deadlift rep. There's no specialty bars to rotate exercises. There's no kettlebells for conditioning or anything. You see what I mean? So if that's the case for you, if you're paying for like a hotel style gym with nothing in it, you probably should find a different gym and or start building your home gym. And that's what's going to tie this all together at the end here. Which ultimately is better. And as with most things in life, this is context dependent. So it depends. If you're in my situation, like whenever I found this spot to live in, guys, whenever I moved out of my old place and I found this one, the instant I saw this space in here, I said, home gym. I knew I could do it, I knew I had the money for it, and I made it happen. But if you're in a scenario, like I said, especially a school environment, you just simply don't have any space, I would not start investing in, right? You don't want a bunch of bars in your room that you can't put on a rack, or you have a bunch of weights that barely go up in weight, a bunch of 5, 10, 15, 20 pound dumbbells you could do easily for a bunch of exercises. Like, if they're very light for you, there's really no point in doing them. If you're in a total bare bones scenario, guys, if you can't get into your gym, if they're closed, whatever the case is, calisthenics can hold you over decently well. You're going to lose strength, especially in the lower body. You're going to lose a lot of lower body gains if you even train legs to begin with. But if you're in a total bare bones, broke ass scenario, calisthenics can keep you in shape and get you in decent shape without spending a penny. Maybe to get a pull-up bar on the wall or dip bars, but even then, that's less than $100 total. So that is doable. Now, if you do have the money in the space and you don't have a home gym at this point, I don't know what you're waiting for. I mean, especially right now, it's the holiday season. There are good deals on every major website. There's deals on apps like OfferUp and Let Go, things like that. So if you have nothing assembled for a home gym now, and you have the space and money for it, you're probably not that serious about training. And the home gym too is the ultimate equalizer if and when, the lockdown happens again, people shut things down. With that said though, I would still encourage you to have probably at least one commercial or public gym membership. Why is that? It's good to have both because there's pros and cons to each. And especially if you're somebody who's a jet setter, you travel a lot for work and things like that, it's probably worth buying like a nationwide chain gym membership. Because guys, you can get access to, I'm pretty sure, every like LA Fitness or Golds or stuff or something like that. You can get access to pretty much nationwide memberships for not a whole lot more money than a normal monthly membership. That's probably going to vary, but if you can pay for nationwide chains and you travel a lot, I would absolutely do that because that is far better than relying on the garbage hotel gym with a stray kettlebell and a Smith machine and weights that go up to 40 pounds. Paying for a commercial gym or even like a day pass in that scenario is far better than relying on crappy hotel gyms. And if you're traveling a lot, your home gym doesn't really mean much at that point. So it's ultimately up to you. In the ideal scenario, I think you should have both a formidable home gym and access to public gyms. If I had to pick just one, it would be the home gym. But the good thing about life is you don't have to just pick one thing. So you should go for both if you can. But this has been it, guys. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you want to see next down below. Join the Chest Hair gang, and I will catch you next time.